Officer Eli Burke and Officer Christopher Lugg were patrolling the waters in Escambia County when they observed the pontoon vessel traveling westbound underneath the Bob Sykes Bridge, displaying both of his middle fingers while passing the officers, which hurt these officers' feelings, obviously, because they spun around and chased them down. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. It's our freedom of speech to be able to do that. But we all know they do. And anyone who's watched Audit the Audit or Lackluster would agree. But the problem here is we aren't on land. And the Florida Fish and Wildlife officers have a lot more freedoms than normal cops.
Yep.
One of those being
on the water.
Safety inspections, which they can conduct whenever they want.
Same thing in Arizona.
Remember, boys and girls, if you're going to flick a cop off, don't be actively committing a crime like these knuckleheads.
Donnie Rapture is the site where we found this video. I like it because it's got game wardens. So if you want to look for more videos like this one, check this guy out.
Put it in neutral. What was that about? What was that about? Flipping us off.
My undergrad degree is actually to be a game warden. Florida Fish and Game does an awesome job. I was a Lake Patrol deputy for many years. I was a watercraft operator. I was an airboat operator. So I've spent a lot of time doing watercraft enforcement. Apparently the same laws exist in Arizona that you could stop any watercraft on the water for a safety check, which is exactly what these two wardens did.
You're not in neutral. Put it in neutral. Put it in neutral. Here's who you are. Just put it in neutral.
There we go.
I'll tell you what, man. If you bring attention to yourself, we'll come figure out what's up. That's all.
I like it. If you're doing something illegal, drawing attention to yourself, probably not the best thing. So like if you're driving on your license suspended, driving at 30 miles an hour the speed limit, probably not a good idea. Well, if you're drunk and you're underage driving a boat, flipping off to Florida game wardens, probably not the best idea. That agency is pretty aggressive and they are going to hold you accountable. And being on the water gives them all the reason to stop, turn around, contact you, make sure that you have all your safety equipment, and then find out you're drunk and arrest you. So this is all his fault. This is his fault from beginning to end.
Don't grab the boat. Just sit down.
There we go. I like it.
Whose boat is this?
It's Freedom Boat Club, but I work for them.
Okay, you work for him? All right. I don't want anybody grabbing life jackets or anything else I'm asking for. I want him to do it. All right?
Yes, sir. Life jackets, where you want them? All life jackets are in the back.
All right, listen to me. I need 9 life jackets, your registration, a throwable, and a fire extinguisher.
All right.
That's it.
Right here.
Okay.
Okay. Type 4.
Fire extinguisher is right in here.
Show it to me. No, I want to check that gauge, brother. If it's a Freedom Boat Club boat, they got to make sure it's squared away. Is it good to go? Yeah.
It's a brand new boat, so the fire extinguisher is good.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 18.
18?
You want to see boater's license?
Yeah, sure, if you got it.
Right, I got it right here.
Just keep finishing out what you're supposed to provide, all right? Who on this boat's over 21?
No one.
Nobody? Alrighty. Because there's a whole bunch of alcohol in here. I can smell it. So, B, there's a natty light can sitting on the ground.
Yeah. There we go. Come on over there, driver.
Do it in the back. Here, let go, bud. I'm going to break away for just a sec because I don't have to worry about bumping y'all, okay? I'm going to sit right here so nobody hits you guys. Take a seat right here.
Perfect.
Try not to go too far, never get my boat.
4327.
So I like what these game wardens did right here. It's a move that I did when I was on the water. Is I like getting the operator onto my boat and then creating distance. What it does is it stops the people in the boat from jaw-jacking and yelling at you or interfering in your investigation. So you stay in close proximity, but you can increase that distance. Then if something happens, you're only dealing with the operator who's on your boat. So that was definitely a senior move. These wardens obviously do a lot of watercraft enforcement. They obviously had a really good flow to what they did, and this was just it was a good senior watercraft operator move.
On a scale, 1 being stone cold sober, 10 being I'm drunk, where do you fall? 3.
Yes.
So you have had alcohol?
Yes, sir.
What kind of alcohol?
Natural light.
Natural light? Lemonade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that right on your feet. All right. I'm going to check your eyes, hold your head still, and follow the stimulus with your eyes only. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I skipped over the field sobriety tasks, and they're incredibly boring compared to land field sobriety tests. And honestly, if he passed with flying colors, they would have just arrested him anyways for underage beverage consumption.
On the water, watercraft or waterborne field sobriety tests are slightly different than the ones that are done on land. Obviously, there's no balancing that's involved on a boat. The horizontal gaze nystagmus test, that one's good no matter what, whether you're in a car or on a boat, no problem. You saw that they did like a time estimation test. Looks like they did a finger to nose. Those are all part of a waterborne field sobriety test battery. Came out a bunch of years ago. It's not used often. HGN alone remains your most reliable way to determine impairment on the water. So I was a big fan of just doing HGN, but there is a whole other set of battery meant for waterborne operators.
Boot off.
So why'd you flip us off?
It's a marina thing. You know how it is. Have you ever been in the marina?
Yeah, but that calls a lot of attention.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to get that. Okay, all right, turn up. Stand up. Turn around.
Here we go. Yes. I love it.
Alright, is that too tight? That's all. Y'all all in?
Yes, sir.
Alright. He's going to be placed under arrest for boating under the influence, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, sorry, it's a little awkward. He said nobody on this boat can drive this boat, so here we are. So we don't have to wait for somebody to come out and get it.
Yep. So on the water is very different than being on land. When you arrest an impaired operator of a watercraft, especially if everyone else on the boat is impaired, you have to deal with that boat. And, on land, you could just park it, have someone, walk to a grocery store and they're fine. On the water, it's very different. So either you have to tow that boat in. If everyone on there is nice and they're accepting and they'll allow you to drive the boat like this warden did, you jump on the boat, you can operate their boat. Of course, there's some liability involved there. It poses a whole different set of problems that officers that do watercraft enforcement know about. It's very different than just dealing with stuff on land. So it's a different game out on the water.
It's a good time, I get it, but y'all can get a whole bunch of trouble going y'all's way if y'all start getting busted with underage alcohol stuff, all right?
Yes, sir.
It's generally misdemeanor, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's still a criminal record. So that'll be put on your record, and it's hard to get that crap off. So I'd probably recommend just playing it low key till y'all hit 21, or being a little smarter about what y'all do. All right.
Do you believe that he has the individuals?
Said I would be careful about drinking under 21. So everybody here, if you're over .02, which is literally like a single drink, guaranteed will put you over .02. Doesn't matter your body type. And you blow.
Yeah, we worked at Signal 3 before noontime, but that's
is
the
it
only
in a
one we
PDT?
worked
That's arrestable, man. So not a lot of times we'll try to give you court date, and the judge will defer it. Try to give people. We don't like writing young people's stuff, all right? But something like that, where we drive by, we're minding our own business, we got a guy standing up, flipping everybody off, exiting the steering wheel, not driving in the middle of a bridge where you got people coming from left, right, and other traffic and wakes, and he's taking his hands off the steering wheel to go over there. It's nothing to do with this. It's he doesn't want to drive the boat when he's got all y'all on board, all right? And we turn around and he's in his status, so we take that serious, because all it can do is, say this thing caught a wave and it went right in, and he's not sitting here to immediately go left, you guys are going to hit the bridge, and everybody in the front of this boat's going to have a bad day. So, it can get real serious, y'all. Look out.
It's good articulation. I like this guy. Having spent a lot of time doing primarily watercraft enforcement, I saw a lot of watercraft collisions, and boat collisions are bad. Boats aren't made to collide like cars are made to collide with other cars, and there's certain safety aspects. There's airbags, there's seat belts, there's things you have in a vehicle to keep you safe. None of those exist on a boat. Very seldom are occupants restrained within a boat. So when two boats collide, along with there being a significant lack of evidence like there would be on a roadway, people just go everywhere with the momentum that they have from being on a boat that's in motion. So you're on a boat, and like these wardens said, hey, if there was a boat crossing and there were to be a collision, it's violent. Watercraft collisions are violent, and almost no one gets uninjured. There's different levels of being injured, but very few people leave a watercraft collision without any sort of injuries, just because it's just the nature of it. So they're bad, and these wardens looking out for all of the occupants of that watercraft's well-being, especially since their operator stepped away from the console to flip the wardens off. It's like a car driving down the road with no driver. So these guys are absolutely on the mountain of right on this one. There's a problem with being on a boat that people don't think about is, what do you do with the boat once you arrest the driver? And you end up doing this.
She actually works. She might actually work for Freedom. I'm not sure.
Sorry about that. Hey, y'all stay seated. I'm sorry, bud. This thing's touchy. Oh, I can drive the heck out of any boat except a pontoon boat. These things, they just don't respond, man. It's like too big. I'm driving a 30-foot twin-engine boat. What do you mean too big? Our other boat's 32. No, these things just, you can't walk them. They just like are on rails. They literally.
Pontoon boats are not made to be maneuverable, and they're not agile. It's not like a bass boat. It's not like something with a deep V that you can cut through the water with and really turn. They have a really wide beam. They're just meant to drive slow and relax on. But as far as being maneuverable, they're nowhere near as maneuverable as other types of boats. So having grown up and driven smaller boats, 20-foot boats, and then all the way up to a 35-foot boat, which is Dad's work boat. These wardens are using an inflatable hull, probably like a safe boat, some sort of version like that. They're really maneuverable. They're great on the water, way better than a pontoon. So when that warden jumped on the pontoon to take it back to the dock, he was definitely driving a differerent type of boat.
Do you guys know where his shoes are, guys?
Perfect. What are you looking for?
Are these his right here? Yeah, no, I was just trying to get my shoes.
Beer bongs, huh? Y'all use those for Capri Suns?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Water?
What you need, bro?
This guy's awesome.
Where's his shoes at, gentlemen?
These are my right here.
Okay, there we go.
My sliding wear on there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they're right here.
Yes, sir.
Where's y'all's trash on this boat?
It's all thrown away, actually.
Where'd y'all throw it away at?
At Farmers.
Did you? Okay. Alrighty. Listen, I'm dead serious, guys. Y'all, I probably wouldn't drive if you've been drinking, so I'm not going to go through this with everybody.
We got a ride waiting for you.
I think that's a good idea. I know you did what you did. You may think that's why we turned around. Definitely grabbed our attention, but you stepped up from the steering wheel, walked to the center of the boat while underway in the middle of a bridge when our boat, which is a bigger boat, has a bigger boat weight, right? And sat there and did whatever you did. Nobody's driving the boat. If that wake hits, if somebody's coming, you're coming around a corner where there's blind corners both directions where dummies never stop. So all that stuff's going on while you're.
Okay, no, I understand. Boating, I'm good on. I didn't stand away from the boat at all. I had control of the boat at all times.
You stood in the middle of the boat and held two fingers up. How did you have control of the boat?
I only stepped one of them. But no, I had a hand on the wheel at all times.
Brother?
Yes, sir.
You had two hands high in the air, because I promise you, I was like, I waved back thinking you were waving at us. And then
he was.
I was like, I guess there's something more to that,
So if you've reached the end of this video, I'm shocked. Thanks for watching and increasing my retention times. It ain't easy competing with these massive channels, but I'll catch up. Toodaloo. Subscribe! Do it! Please subscribe! Oh my god, for the love of God, like this video.